Hello everybody! I have decided to start a modded Minecraft Let's Play series, and in this series, I just wanted to have fun and mess around with some mods. But one thing I did not do was check the mods before I downloaded this mod pack that I am using right now, which was a horrible mistake on my part, and it actually did not help me at all because it added weird creatures like this. I wasn't really sure what that was, honestly. And I saw it a few times. It also added an ant warrior, and that was kind of terrifying because it started attacking me. I eventually did kill it. I don't know. I feel like I probably should have looked into the mods and actually looked at what they were, which is what I plan to do after this video, because one other mod that was added was the Minecraft Comes Alive mod. I really don't know much about it, so whenever I first made the world, it was asking me, you know, oh, customize your character. How tall do you want to be? Like, do you want to be a human? Do you want to be a knight? A fairy? So I chose a fairy because I thought, that seems pretty cool and, it's a safe option. It was in fact not a safe option. It was a horrible option. Because it caused a lot of problems. And also, like, choosing how tall I wanted to be, I thought I was going for the regular Minecraft height of being 2 blocks tall. Instead, I was actually 3. So instead of just walking through doors normally, I had to crouch, which really wasn't fun at all. So right now I'm just kind of killing animals because I'm only at 3 hunger bars and I can't even run anymore. So now, I'm just trying to make a little hole in the ground to make a little base because it does start turning nighttime and I'm not really fond of exploring when it's nighttime. So, the next best thing to do. I eventually ended up getting a steak, which was pretty nice because I wasn't going to be, only at 3 hunger bars. But one thing I didn't know about choosing the fairy role, I guess, is that I'm a vegetarian. So I couldn't even eat it. That was pretty annoying. And instead of staying in my base like I was going to do, I decided to start exploring some more to try to find some food. While exploring, I did end up almost dying a couple times. There was a spider chasing me, but luckily I did find a village, so I was kind of excited. That meant I would be able to have food, and I would no longer have to deal with, mobs around me, mostly because most villages have an iron golem. So I was pretty excited. And I'm not gonna lie, I became pretty disappointed within the very first few minutes of looting the village because this was a swamp village. And also, another thing about one of the mods is that it makes it to where the villagers can make noises such as snoring, crying, and also saying hello. I did try to talk to one of them. I actually cut it out of the video because I think I ended up making him mad. But I don't know, it was really weird, especially because this lady was snoring right next to me. But I eventually did get some food and my hunger did go up. So another thing is that, as I was saying earlier, the villagers cry and stuff, and everyone in this village seemed to be crying. So I decided to go to one person and see, why they were crying. She was depressed, and so I was like, I wonder why. Well, both her parents are dead and she's an orphan. So instead of talking to her, I just kind of awkwardly walked out of her house and left her alone because I really didn't know what else to do. So eventually, I ended up finishing up with my looting and I found this random structure. And since I hadn't looted it yet or didn't even know what it was, I decided to go and check it out. Which was a horrible decision because this lady, known as the Sludge Girl, started attacking me. I honestly couldn't do much to fight back, especially because instead of fighting her with my sword, I was fighting her with a wooden axe. So I decided to run back to the village because, what better way to fight something than just run away? What I didn't expect is that she'd still be chasing me. Yeah, she's a little scary. So, I decided that maybe I could get away from her if I climbed up onto this roof. That did not work at all, and she ended up just fighting me in front of all the villagers, which I was like, hey, maybe they might help me fight her. They did not. So I continued just to fight her, and let's just say that she won. So, I respawn and I decided to go back and start to find my stuff back in the village. I eventually got there, and I'm not sure why, but I was lagging a lot whenever I went to go get my stuff. So I hurried up, grabbed my stuff, and left. Once I have all my stuff, I am starting to go and explore, but then I realized I might want to fix my inventory because it's really messy. And then this guy comes out of nowhere. I kind of got scared, so once again, I ran back to the village hoping that they would help me. I wasn't really sure what to do overall, so I just kind of like stayed up in this house area and tried to fight him with my wooden sword, which honestly did not work because he has a lot of hearts and my sword isn't doing that much damage. So as I'm fighting him, I decide maybe I could find something in this house better to fight him with. Turns out it was not a house, and there was nothing inside. So I come back out and start fighting him, and in the corner I see an iron golem coming to save the day. So as I'm fighting him, the iron golem decides to fight him as well and ends up killing him. So I go down and I grab the loot, and honestly, it wasn't that great. I mean, I have armor now, which is nice, but I also really just like didn't need most of the stuff that he dropped. So after I decided to put on my new fancy boots, I was going to start exploring, and then I realized it was turning nighttime, and I've not really had good luck with, exploring in the night and just with mobs in general. So I come back into this little building and decide to set up my bed and go to sleep. In the morning, I ended up exploring some more and ended up here, which I really didn't know what that building was in the distance, so I wanted to go check it out because, more loot means a better time for me, I guess. Which I was getting shot at while I was going over, and I really didn't think anything of it because I thought it might have been a skeleton. So I just continued to leave, and then in the distance you can see something like coming at me, I guess. And I kind of ignored it because I was like, it'll eventually stop following me. It's only one mob. Fun fact, it's faster than I thought, and there was actually two. And they both continued to shoot at me until I ended up dying. So now we have two deaths in the very first episode, and I just kind of gave up on exploring. I decided that I was just going to make my house and like near spawn and explore later after I got rid of some of the mods that added very harmful mobs, I guess. So here I am building my house. It's really nothing special, so I sped up the video. So now it is getting near the end of the video, and here is my house. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. And yeah, thank you for watching.